Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jack, or Jackawala. Today we are going to be jumping into this speed build using a new pond tool, and we're going to be building a big old cabin. So, as you can see, I'm just going to leave this kind of running. You're going to watch me build the pond and the hills and see how it all works out. So, how is everyone? How's everyone doing? I hope you're all really doing well. I hope you're all really excited for the country cottage living pack coming out later on today. I know I am. I'm so excited for it. And I just can't wait to have chickens, rabbits and everything like that. And I hope you've all been doing well. I had a little something the other day, a little job interview, if you were. So I'm fingers crossed something's gonna come of that. But we'll wait and see. That's kind of that's it really. I mean, I haven't really been on here chatting for a very long time, so to keep you updated on my life, what's happened. So not much. I went and I saw my family, I saw my friends. I've been working non-stop. I have been working, when I say I've been working like the longest days, I have been working the longest days. Like, oh my gosh. They have been so long. And I don't know about you guys, but when I have to work that long, it's difficult. I haven't been making videos, I haven't been streaming, I've found it all very difficult. So I do apologise for that, guys. I apologise not being here. My mental health has been a little bit all over the place. It's been a bit up and down, a bit of depression, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of that, basically. So I'm back, and I'm going to be working hard, and we're going to be making as much content as we possibly can. And especially with the cottage living stuff, I'm going to be doing let's plays, I'm going to be doing speed builds. I think it's like my favourite expansion pack ever, and I've not even touched it yet. Just watching all the game changers play it on YouTube and everything and seeing what it is, I think it's just going to be really fun for me. It's a lot to do. But anyway, as you can see here, I'm building like a log cabin styled, like quite a large log cabin, like kind of one of those more modern log cabins you see like in America, Canada, on the lakes and stuff. So that's the kind of vibe and the idea I had behind this, is I really wanted it to feel like it was in the middle of nowhere. I'm using this lot, 30 by 40 lot in Windenburg, which I feel like is the kind of the best fitting for this one. I thought about using the outdoor living world, and I was like, well, I want to be able to live in it and play in it properly, and I want to do it like that. So the main features of this house is it's got the two big chimneys, it's got the big glass extension on the side of it, and the diagonal front door area. And I don't really work with diagonals, so this is quite new to me. This is quite a different thing, and I don't know if I like it. But I think I do. And I think I really struggled with the wood for the outside. I wanted like a nice log texture, and I feel like this is kind of, obviously this came with outdoor living, outdoor retreat even, and it's just not it for me. Also, you'll see me about a million times, I'll be making the floor or the foundations the stilts again, because every time I do something to the wall, it decides to change it back to normal, which is something the Sims team needs to look at, because I think it's very annoying that you can keep on doing it. And I've done it before, and I've finished a build and uploaded it, and then realised, oh no, the foundations changed, and I didn't realise, which is very frustrating. But can I just say, the pond tool for this pack, for this update even, the pond tool is like the best thing I have seen and used in such a long time from the Sims team. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit shocked we haven't got it sooner, because obviously with every other Sims game, I'm pretty sure, we got the pond tool from the off, and we had the pond tool, and it was easy, usable, and I'm very surprised it took this long for us to get it. I get it, they were probably waiting for a good time to bring it in, but to me, any time's a good time to have the pond tool. I love it. I love the features we've got with it, all the animals we've got and everything. I have done a video explaining the pond tool, just kind of a brief one, a quick update when it came out. So feel free to check that one out. It's only like a 6-7 minute video. And if you're interested in how the pond tool works, I mean, there's so many things know you can do now that I haven't included in that. For example, you can put water in your rooms, which I find bizarre. Anything actually fills it up, I think, to a certain level. But you can make all these like proper underwater houses. You don't have to use basements like around swimming pools, for example. You can just build like floors down below now and fill up with water. So you can essentially sink this whole world, fill it with water, and then build a house and then fill it with water. Like it is really, really good. And I've really tried to go for a very overgrown look. Like this is like a very lush lake. It's got some swans in it. It's got some ducks in it, and I've got all these nice bushes and trees and plants. I've tried to keep it minimal in the amount of different foliage I use, but I do think I use a bit more than I normally do. So because I do tend to stick, I always say if you stick with less, less is more, essentially. Because if you go with every single plant in the game, it's going to feel cluttered, it's going to feel crazy, it's going to feel a bit over the top, and yeah. I think this build in total took me about 2 hours to do, so this is sped up 4 times. Let me know if you think my videos are too long when it comes to this, because I don't want you guys to sit around for ages and get really, really bored, do you know what I mean? Because I always do it in a certain way. I always do my outside of my house first, then the inside. So if you want to skip the inside, just skip on through the video until you get to that bit. But overall, like, this is probably one of my favourite houses I've built in a very long time. I didn't really use a reference image for this one. This one's kind of built mainly from... I used a reference image to get a general idea of what a cabin looks like. I literally just used Google Images. And then I was like, you know what? I kind of want to build it from my own mind. I really, really want to do what I feel like a cabin is. So this is kind of my interpretation of a cabin. I've never stayed in a cabin. The only cabins I know is going and staying in Centre Parks, which isn't really the same thing. It's like, that's more like a luxury holiday resort living sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same, but hey. It is what it is. But as you can see, I've really brought it together, and it got this very overgrown look, but you can still walk through it. I didn't want to like block it all off. I don't know if you can... I don't think you can swim in ponds. I think that's the one thing you can't do in this, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I do kind of get it, the logistics of it, because if it's too shallow, it's not going to work, and I can imagine that the technical side of that's quite difficult to do, but I would like them, the EA team, to, in the future, bring that in. I think that'd be really fun and really exciting. But we'll see, you know, there's a lot to come. I think we could do with a lot more packs that involve animals, and I think that would be a really good idea. Like if there was like a zoo pack, for example, not necessarily like a whole Planet Zoo expansion, but like a zoo where you had like a lot and you could like place like objects that are essentially enclosures and things like that. I'm not really sure, but I do feel like it'd be interesting and fun. Now, the floor plan for this house was a weird one. I wanted the extension to have that open air loft experience. I really wanted it. It has 2 chimneys. I have 2 chimneys, and they're in the weirdest place in the house. And the downstairs, I just really struggled because it was such a weird shape. I didn't really know what to do. So you end up having a bedroom downstairs, which is that room just there, with the downstairs bathroom. You got this entry hallway, which is just like, it's got like a mini study in it. You get the living room, which is in the big open area. And then you also have the kitchen dining room combined, which is the back door out onto the, you know, the back area. And then upstairs you get 3 more bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and just the landing, essentially. So it ends up being, I think, in my head it was like you got the grandparents' bedroom downstairs, you got the parents' master suite upstairs, and you've also got like a kid's bedroom and a toddler's bedroom. I've designed them as. I really struggle to design kids' bedrooms, so please do not judge me when you see them, because they are not very glamorous. If I'm completely honest, they're all right. They're nothing special, but there's no custom content in this one. So this one is already on the gallery. It's already ready to download. If you want like a nice luxury home on the lake with lots of space in the house, like you can change half these rooms. Like you can get rid of the toddler room. You can get rid of half the rooms. You can really go for it. You can extend the decking out if you really want to. I just really wanted to give this feel of this is like you're on holiday almost. You've gone on a nice vacation, you're away from the city, you're in this beautiful place, and you're just enjoying life. But yeah, it's good fun. Twitch, let's talk about Twitch. I have not streamed on Twitch, I think, in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks almost maybe, and I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. I've had some issues with Twitch in the past where nothing stays connected. Like my video doesn't stay connected, and then it kind of cuts out, cuts in, cuts out, cuts in, cuts out, and then all my viewers go and they don't come back. So I'm trying to wait to see what's kind of wrong with that, and I've had some iffy stuff on my internet recently, and I'm waiting a little bit. I will try and probably stream next week. I'll try and get back into it, because like I said, I want to do a let's play, like a Rags to Riches let's play, but over Twitch, so you guys can see just everything we do, which I think is going to be really, really fun. I need to plan that out, and I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to design the Sims later on, today, maybe tomorrow, over the weekend, and then we'll start it next week at some point. So if there's anything you guys want me to do in that, or want to see, or special features you want to see, just let me know. I'm thinking of doing like a Let's Play series on YouTube as well, so I'm kind of like doing 2 separate ones, like one for Twitch, one for YouTube. I will upload the streams to YouTube if you do miss them, if you really want to see them. So they will all be there, and I will try and make it as fun as I can. I will try and make as much content as I can, because I really miss it. And it's just been very difficult with work. It's been very difficult with trying to like balance my life, my social life, work life, especially when I'm working like 45 hours a week. It gets hard. It gets very hard to kind of do what you love. But I'm going to really make the effort now to really get back into making what I love, get back into really making what I want to do, and really get growing, because there's so many of you guys who watch my videos, and I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of you. Like, I really, really do. And if you're not following me on Twitter, please go follow me on Twitter, because I'm obviously really active on Twitter, and I try and make it like a really positive space for everyone. I don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I don't want to bring any negative energy there. I really want it to be fun for everyone. But the build, right? So the walls kind of, I don't know. I don't know if I like this wallpaper that much. I think it's a bit much, and I think it's just a bit too busy for me. But at the same time, nothing else fit a log cabin the way I wanted to fit a log cabin. Like, we don't have any like log looking stuff. We have planks, and it kind of looked too clean, and it kind of looked too modern. I really wanted this kind of rustic, rough look. A lot of the furniture in this house is quite mismatched as well. I've not really gone with like a theme like I normally do. It's just kind of like what colours kind of match, what styles kind of don't match. Like, this is going to kind of feel like it is very lived in. I tried to do a bit of clutter, and I do think I end up kind of giving up on clutter throughout. Like I say, I don't enjoy doing clutter that much. I've always struggled with it, but I want to do more, if that makes sense. That's it, really. Then you got the bathrooms. All the bathrooms are kind of stuck with a very similar theme, like very white, very clean, very empty. I didn't overdo them too much. I think my favourite room in the whole house is going to have to be when I get to the living room area, and it's not very like, it's not mad, it's not crazy, it's very different to the rest of the house, because this is, when I build an extension for a house, I don't like it to fit in with the house. I like it to feel different. I like it to feel a little bit more out there. I like it to feel, you know, what it is. But what is, you guys, question of the day, what is your most anticipated feature for the new cottage living pack? What are you really excited to see? What are you most excited to play with? What do you think is going to be the best part of it? Because I'm not sure. For me, it's either chickens or rabbits. And as long as I can have a rabbit running around my lot, I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. If I could add it to my family, I'd be even happier, but I know we can't do that. And that does make me quite sad, but it's one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things, like, Sims teams just aren't going to give to us. But, hey ho, what can you do, eh? What can you do? So this is kind of like the little like study nook. I thought was a really cute idea with a bookshelf. Like it's like a floating bookshelf, which I think is a very nice feature. Put a little bit of artwork up, some plants and things like that. It's kind of like very open plan, like from the doorway into the extension area. I have separated the kitchen, dining, bar area, because I didn't really want to blend them in together. And I think I used too many rugs. Like, looking back at it, I use a lot of that rug. I use like 3 of them in the end, I think, and it's a bit extreme. But I really love that rug. That's from the Dream Home Decorator pack. And it is just nice. It comes in so many different colours. It's so very bright. And this is where I was trying to figure out how do I want to do this extension. So I went with white. I got a nice white extension, kind of matching the bricks on the outside. They're from university. And it was just trying to find the right light as well. I was trying to find this big hanging light that really worked. So I ended up using an island living one, which is kind of one I've never used before, because it's kind of like horrible, ugly shape. But I think it worked for this, because I didn't want to have like one that was just hanging like low down and didn't really fit in with it. It was all very difficult, this room, but I think in the end it ended up being like my favourite because it had such a different vibe. It was just very chilled out. Like I said, it's a big family home anyway. This house is for 6 Sims. I've got some little bear seats I pop in just now, and it's just really cute. It makes me very happy, this house in general. I could live here, personally. I'd love to live here. Like on the lake, in the middle of kind of nowhere, countryside living. Like, I hate living in the city. Where I live now, I live in the middle of, not really in the middle, I live kind of like suburban London, as it were, and it ain't very nice out here. I don't really like it. I don't know where I'm going to move next, but we'll see, won't we? As long as I can get like a room where I've got an actual desk and I've got a study, like somewhere I can actually work. Because at the moment I'm on an IKEA unit. You know those cubby hole IKEA units, like the 8 like squares with the pull out drawers. I'm using that as a desk, and I can't put my legs under the desk, so I end up leaning forward all the time when I'm playing on my computer. And trust me, it's hard. It's very hard. But yeah, I struggled with the kitchen. I really struggled with the kitchen. The kitchen is probably my least favourite room out of everything. I hated it. It was such an awkward like shape. It was such an awkward colour. I change it so much. I'm like dipping in and out like constantly because I just can't work out how I wanted it to be. I mean, in the end it does look alright. I mean, I started off white and then I was like, you know what? I don't like how the cool kitchen stuff glows that bright. It really hurts my eyes. So I ended up changing it all to like the darker brown and like the dark brown flooring. It's like when I got the table in, I was like, the table doesn't match anything. Nothing matches anything. It's all feeling very strange and very, very weird. It was one of those ones that I just couldn't get my head around. And normally I'm quite good with kitchens, but I think it was because I'm not very good at building a cabin kitchen. And now looking back, I probably should have used like the vampire stuff, or I should have used maybe the country kitchen set. But I don't know. We'll see. I feel like the country kitchen kit could have been left and brought in with the cottage living, you know. I feel like it was very on brand for that. So I feel like they made 2 sets of kitchens for it, and they were like, you know what, let's make this one a kit. Why not? Let's grab some more money out of everyone. I'm not complaining because I actually really love that kit. Like, I've used it in so many builds I've done. But that's the colour scheme I go with in the end, and I think it works nicer. I'm just not a massive fan of all the glass doors. Personally, I don't like it. I like my stuff to be hidden away. I don't like to have all my plates, my cups and everything on display. So it's alright in it. It's not the worst in the world. And I do like this room. It's just not my favourite room in the whole entire house. Like, what can I say more than that, really? What can you say more than that? But I don't know. I think the Dream Home decorated stuff is really good though, because you always get now the nice oven and the nice hob, and it all fits really well together. But oh my gosh, let's talk about the heat, because the heat in the UK at the moment. Actually, today it's not too bad, but the past few days it has been 30 degrees Celsius, which I know is only like 90 degrees Fahrenheit for you guys in the US and things like that. But for the UK, it is so hot. Like, we don't have aircon. Our houses are built to keep heat in, not keep the heat out. So it is one of those things where it's very difficult. It's very difficult to like do anything. Like, I'm so glad in work I've got aircon. At home I don't. So I come home, I can't do anything because I'm sweating, I'm crying, I'm aching, I've got a headache, I've got everything under the sun, and I'm like, you know what, I don't want to do Twitch, I don't want to film a video. So I can play a game. Like, I built this last night, and then I was like, you know what, I'll do the voiceover tomorrow and I'm not covered in sweat and greasy and disgusting and everything. But this is the master suite bedroom, by the way, guys. So it is a bit of a weird shape, it's a bit of a weird design. Like, you got your little walk-in closet, you got your nice bedroom. You can see I go through different iterations of it again. I'm always changing colours of everything. And I try and keep the bathroom the same theme for this one. I think it's quite nice. I think the third bathroom I build will be different. I think it goes more black overall. And I think it's a nice juxtaposition. I like to have something different, but it stays along the same lines, if that makes sense. It's not like drastically different. It doesn't feel like it's in the same house. But Yeah, and I love that plant. I don't know why. I think it looks really stupid, but I actually really like it. Like when I was going to my tab mode and touring it, I was like, oh, I really like this. The kids' bedroom, I usually spend ages trying to make it really cute and really fun and quirky, but I ended up just doing this and a few toys in the corner. And you know what? I think this worked better than any of the other ones I've done before. And that's just my personal taste. Like, you guys might think it looks awful. Like, awful, but I really liked it. Especially once I get the nice wallpaper in there. So I don't stick with this wallpaper in there. I just think little dinosaur ones, like the little grass ones and things like that, they're just so much cuter. For a kid's bedroom, like, you don't necessarily want it to look like the rest of the house. I know for the aesthetic wise, it looks nice, but for kids wise, they don't care. They don't care that it looks like the rest of the house. They want to have a fun room. They want to be able to draw on the walls. They want to be able to do everything, if you know what I mean. So this is the bathroom, like their family bathroom upstairs. So you get the bath in this one, you get everything else you want, and it's just as simple as that. There's nothing too extreme to it. I literally spent about, I think, a minute it took me to build that whole entire room. And then up here I do like this kind of seating area. Like, I think it's nice to always have this sort of thing on a landing, like a nice place to chill out, so you've got somewhere else to sit. It's kind of far enough away from everyone else. If you go, especially if you've got guests over and you can have the party downstairs, you have the party upstairs. Do you know what I mean? It's a very chilled out thing, and I think a lot of colours in this house. There are a lot of different things going on, and I really wanted it to be fun and quirky. And I think I didn't really know what to do with this balcony. It was kind of an awkward shape, so I literally just put a sofa on it and I leave it, because I was like, you know what, I don't even know what to do. I probably should have put like a telescope or something there. And then out back you've just got this nice little seating area, little fishing thing. I don't know how that works. I don't know if it works. We'll find out. I didn't actually play test that. And I just kind of finished off doing my little bits of landscaping, because I didn't want to landscape it without knowing exactly what I wanted. And I just want to say it feels very nice to me. To me, it's very aesthetically pleasing. I've got the logs in there, and then I'll get some chairs out on the back, and that's that. But I want to say thank you for watching. Please like, thumbs up, subscribe, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Bye.